Hello and welcome to Teacher Presentation 1, created by Brianna Cross, intended for 4th grade students. Our learning objective today is to represent and solve division problems with up to a 3-digit dividend, numerically and with place value dis, requiring decomposing a remainder in the hundreds place. Let's go over some vocabulary that we will be using in our lesson today. The first one is dividend. So dividend is the whole that will be divided in a division problem. So here we can see that our whole is 8. All right, and up next is our divisor. So the divisor is the number in a division problem that divides the dividend. So here we have 8 as our dividend, and the number that we see that divides it right after the division sign is our divisor. And the final number in an equation, a division equation, is our quotient. So the quotient is the result of dividing a dividend by a divisor. So those are 3 vocabulary words that we're going to focus on today: dividend, divisor, and quotient. So me and my friend Jessica had a bake sale this weekend, and we both worked very hard, and we sold a lot of cakes and cookies and pies, and in the end we made $324 in profit. But now we want to divide the money equally between her and I. So let's look at this equation up on top here. $324 divided by 2. This represents what Jessica and I want to do. And I represented this in the place value chart that you see here. So in our hundreds place, we have 3 $100 bills. In our tens place, we have 2 $10 bills. And in our ones place, we have 4 single ones. So what I want to do to distribute these equally between the two of us is to draw 2 rows so that I can distribute them between both rows, a row for me and a row for Jessica. And I'm also going to write the standard algorithm on the side so we can see how these 2 methods work together. So I'm going to draw my little house, and then I'm going to write the dividend, 324, in the little house, and then the divisor, 2, on the outside. All right, so now let's get distributing. So I have 3 groups of 100. How many hundreds can I give to myself and Jessica? Well, I'm going to cross out 100 and give it to me, another 100 and give it to Jessica, so we each have 100. Now there's 100 remaining, but that's not enough groups of 100 to divide equally between us. So I'm going to write a 1 in my standard algorithm. So I have 100 in each group, which is a total of 200 because I have 2 groups that I distributed into. So 300 that I started out with, 200s distributed means that I have 1 group of $100 remaining. So what do I do now with this group? I'm not going to take my $100 bill and rip it in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the $100 bill back into my wallet, and I'm going to take out 10 $10 bills. Now, when I take out 10 $10 bills, what does that equal to? What's the value of 10 times 10? 100, that's right. So you can see I haven't changed the value of the money that I'm distributing between myself and Jessica. But what I have done is I've partitioned my $100 bill into 10 equal pieces, 10 equal parts, each a $10 bill. So I had 2 10s to start with. Now I'm adding 10 more 10s. So how many 10s do I have all together in my tens place right now? 12. I have 12 10s. So if I'm going to distribute 12 10s between 2 people, how many groups of 10 will each person get? You can use your boards and distribute them one by one. Or yes, how many? 6. And why do you think it's 6? Because 2 groups times 6 10s each equals 12 10s. Great work. All right, so we have 12 10s, and they're each going to get 6 up here, and then, so that's 6 times 2 groups is 12 10s. So 12 minus 12 is 0. So we distributed all of our 10s. And now all we have left to do is distribute our $1 bills. So if we have 4 ones and we're going to distribute them into 2 equal groups, how many ones will each group get? That's right, Jessica will get 2 and I will get 2. So we gave 2 ones to each person for a total of 4 ones, and 4 ones minus 4 equals 0. So now we have successfully distributed $324 into 2 equal groups, and each of those groups has a total of $162. $100 bill, 6 $10 bills, and 2 $1 bills. But what do we do if we want to double check our work? What's a multiplication sentence that we can use to double check our work? What do you think? 162 times 2. Very good. So what we're going to do is we take our quotient that we got and we multiply it by our divisor. And that should give us our original dividend, the original whole, if we did the problem correctly. So can anyone do that problem for me? What's 162 times 2? 324. Great job. In our next problem, we are going to divide 546 into 3 equal groups. So let's represent 546 in our place value chart. So we have 5 groups with 100 each, 4 groups of 10, and 6 single ones. And let's write our algorithm over here as well. Again, our dividend, 546 on the inside, and our divisor, 3 on the outside. I already have our place value chart divided into 3 groups, so let's get distributing. So for our hundreds, let's cross them out one by one and place them into our groups. So 100, 200, and 300. So we can distribute 100 each into 3 groups, leaving us with 2 groups of 100 left. Now, is 2 groups of 100 enough to distribute into 3 groups? No, it's not. So let's write a 1 over here to represent that we distributed 1 group of 100 into each of 3 groups. And then that was 300 total. So 500 minus 300 is 200. So now we have 200s left. And what we have to do, like we did in our last problem, is we have to partition them or decompose them into tens. 100 is equal to 10 groups of 10. So 200s is equal to 20 tens. So let's move those over into our tens place. So we had 4 tens. Now we've added 20 tens for a total of 24 tens. Now, how many groups of 10 can we distribute equally into 3 groups? Take your time, use your place value charts. How many groups of 10 go into each group? 8, that's right. So 8 in each group. We have 3 groups, and 3 times 8 is 24. So we distributed 24 tens out of 24 tens, which gives us 0 tens left. Now let's just distribute our 6 ones. So each group can get 2 ones for a total of 6 ones. So 6 minus 6 is 0. We place 2 in each group. So 546 divided into 3 equal groups equals 182. And how can we check to make sure that this is true by using a multiplication problem? That's right, we multiply the quotient by the divisor. So what is 182 times 3? That's right, 546. Great work. In our final problem, we are going to divide 608 into 4 equal groups. So let's set up our place value chart and our algorithm. So we need how many hundreds in the hundreds place? 6. How many tens? 0, that's right. And then 8 ones. Now let's set up our algorithm. So what number do we place inside? We place our dividend, and then our divisor on the outside. All right, and now let's separate the bottom of our place value chart into 4 rows so that we can distribute. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video, work on the problem yourself, and then make sure you recheck it as well, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. All right, how did everyone do? How many hundreds were you able to distribute into each of the 4 groups? 100. All right, so you distributed 100 into each of the 4 groups, which gave you a total of 400. So what's a subtraction sentence that we can use to show this in our algorithm? That's right, 600s minus 400s equals 200s. So you had 2 groups of 100 left over. What did you do after that? Oh, so you took those hundreds and you decomposed them into groups of 10. Great, so how many groups of 10 did those 2 groups of 100 end up being once you decompose them? 20 tens, all right. Fantastic. All right, so you have 20 tens, and then you distributed them among your 4 groups. So give me a multiplication sentence to show how many tens you distributed in each group. 5 times 4. That's right, because you placed 5 groups of 10 in each of 4 groups. So we're going to place 5 up here. All right, so 5 times 4 is 20. So you're able to cross out all of your tens. You're able to distribute all of them, and you had 0 left over. All right, tell me about your ones. What did you do with your ones? All right, you distributed 2 to each group, which gives you a total of 8. And 8 minus your 8 ones is 0. Awesome. So what's the number up top here? That's right, 152. So you are telling me that 608 divided into 4 equal groups equals 152 in each group. Can anyone tell me how to double check their math on that? That's right, 152 times 4. And what answer did you get? 608. Great work, everyone. Thank you for watching and learning with us today. Some of the resources I used to make today's video were a lesson by Engage New York, as well as a video, and the Math Vocab app. Today, we explored how to represent division problems using place value charts and the standard algorithm. I hope you come back next time for more learning adventures with Brianna Cross. Bye now.